I guess we'll do Demon Hunter. I've seen a couple people play, and they seem to think Mage still sucks. So, I don't know. From what I can see, I'm guessing they didn't really do... I bet they didn't really change the micro adjust all that much. It's kind of the impression I'm getting, seeing a lot of people playing the same classes, doing poorly with the same classes that were doing poorly before. But I don't know yet. In that case, we'll do Demon Hunter. If this was before, we would have picked Demon Hunter. Paladin. Actually, let me check really quick. Before I pick Demon Hunter, just... what did Paladin get? Paladin actually got some pretty good cards, some pretty bad cards. One thing I heard people say is that epics are more common. Paladin's best card that they got, or at least one of the best cards, is an epic. Demon Hunter got a lot of really good cards though. Demon Hunter probably got more good cards than Paladin even. Let's do a Demon Hunter player. Mage Hunter, the subject of one of our recent videos. Haha. Yeah. Paladin got a 5-mana 5/5 Divine Shield also, which turns into an 8/8 sometimes. They didn't get that much other than those two. Demon Hunter got like 7 good cards. Like really good cards. Hey Habano Loco, how you doing? Is 0% Keck W? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I guess there's no data for. Tackle's not that bad. Obviously. I think I'm happy with Mage Hunter. The card that Lightforge says is literally the best card ever printed. Well, not like literally the best, but like, yeah. It's good. I think it's a little high, but you know, I mean, 312. I mean, it's just, it's good. I mean, I'm gonna take it. It's good. It's just not that good. It's pretty good. So I mean, does this ability really make this, and this ability and one more stat for 1 mana really make this card 200 Lightforge points higher? I'm not gonna dwell on this. It should be really good. 2-mana 2/3 with upside. I think Netherwalker is still kind of the nuts, though. We actually had Philosophy and a Warlock that actually worked out pretty well, because it really helped us get to 12 because we had a bunch of scrap imps and it saved us like 1 or 2 games. But yeah, we're gonna take Steward. Ooh. Definitely dirigible here. We do actually have a corrupt card for this, but Arthmina really likes this card now. It's good, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't put it quite in the same league as dirigible though, I wouldn't think, but you know, it's good. Really like the Orc. None of these are bad, but Orc is a little too good. We're actually ahead on 3s right now. I think one of the things I heard is that it's even harder to get 3s now than it was last patch. So, you kind of gotta snap them up. Yeah. This has got to be an amalgam. If we didn't already have a Mage Hunter, you could talk about it, but we also don't have any 4s right now. I-Beam versus Parade Leader. I've also heard that there's a lot of 2s, which is part of why I think a lot of people are getting smorked. And it's just because people are drafting a lot of 2s because they're getting thrown 2s like crazy. People aren't used to that, so they're just getting eaten. I don't know. You can see both tier lists rate both these cards pretty close to each other. question becomes, do we want initiative? And we probably, well, we need both. We don't really have any real initiative right now outside the Mage Hunter, and we don't have any 2-drops outside of a 2-mana 2/2. So we kind of need both. I'm going to trust that you do get enough 2s and go for the I-Beam. And the Parade Leader is pretty good. Okay. You've been getting screwed in 2s in all your drafts? Interesting. So I do like Colossus, but I've been seeing a high sample size of absolutely ridiculous things, like people playing like a million clowns on the same turn, you know? And that means you kind of don't want to go super slow. Like picking 10 drops that don't literally win the game by themselves. You could probably go either way here. Amalgam's just really solid. You're never gonna be super sad about this. It's also a hell of a lot of achievement value, getting all the Amalgam things. Which is obviously important, right? He's kind of stuck. This is a demon, so like, problem is it has taunt, so it's not gonna stick. Because if you could get another Yeti, that would actually not be bad. I guess we're just gonna have to take this. Okay. This was one thing I noticed was it's kind of weird that like Lightforge like decided to really penalize stuff that needs to stay in your hand, like Neurobeam Prophet and corrupt cards in general, but they did not give really the same penalty to the late game. It's kind of interesting. You see, like Prophet rates that as a, I mean, Hearth Arena rates Prophet really highly. I do think that's probably too high for Demon Hunter though, because like you don't really want to have that kind of dependency. Because Demon Hunter likes not having cards in hand all that much. I'm probably gonna take the Worgen because of that, and because we don't have any 2s yet. Imagine having a sneaky delinquent that doesn't give you 2 sneaky delinquents. Hearth Arena hates Rabbit, do they? I haven't seen it yet. We'll probably see it soon. Because this would be a really good 3 also, but we have 3s. Yeah. I'm gonna go for the 2. Not much to think about here. Wouldn't hate an Air Demon, but we'll take some healing. We'll take another Walker. I guess we'll take an Antane. You could obviously take Demon Companion. I'm kind of alright with this right now. Like we probably want some 1s, but the thing is like this thing isn't usually that good on turn 1. So it's not exactly what we need actually. Oh my god, we have Pog Creeper. Actually, Fell Screamer is kind of disgusting in this deck, potentially. What overlay software? It's called Arena Tracker. We have a command if you type exclamation point tracker. These are actually all good. So we have 3 cards that corrupt this right now. I think we might want... This is a really good Fell Screamer deck right now. Because the Amalgams work too, keep in mind, so... These things go to 2. It's probably not that crazy for us, though. And obviously, if you get one of these out, it's really good too. We also have 2 Nether Walkers, so we're like We're so guaranteed to have something to play off of this. But I don't know if that swing is better than just playing like a... It's probably not better than playing a 5-mana 8/8, but the thing is that you actually have to corrupt it, which is its own challenge. I have Mist Bog Creeper. We actually have so many demons already. Oh, this too. Like, there's just so many things we can do with this. It's actually really tough. Yeah, Aegis Replay, they don't have any data yet. Like, they don't update that often. Like, they only update like every 10 hours or something. So like, they just haven't, they might have to like do something to even allow the new cards to be in, but they haven't, there's just no data yet. This is a really tough pick, man. Like, I don't want to wait on this pick too long, but like, man, it's like they're actually really, you can make a really strong argument for all three of them. When in doubt, pick the new card. I do want to pick the new card. I'm just gonna pick the new card. I think I'll take Cycle. Boy. Tour Guide, not so good in this class. Okay, Horror. Do we want a Mage Scribe? Do we want a Mage Scribe or do we just want like a Twin Slice? We don't have too many spells for Mage Scribe right now. Problem is this would be our spell. We may just need the tempo right now. I think we may need the tempo more than we need the cards. It's not like we couldn't use a Mage Scribe right now. Which is our only procs for right now are this Eye Beam. And whatever we get off Steward. Probably just not enough. I'm gonna take the Twin Slide. I do like Coordinated Strike, but I think we'd rather just have another one. Take the Og. This card is really broken, I think. Because I didn't realize it. I expected it wouldn't work this way, but the way this card works is actually that you don't even have to summon all 7 of them. So you can just summon 5 and then you get 10 of them. Guaranteed, basically. Oh god, I just played Call the Wild and Strongman. Yikes. We do already have a Silence. If we took the 6-drop, if we took the Mage Scribe, this would probably be pretty easy consume magic. As is, we kind of need a 2 actually. Silence is obviously good. But we have 1 already. One, 2, 3, 4. We can play like 1 Hero Power 2. I'm gonna take this. I think we definitely do want like, probably want 2 more 2-drops actually, but I think we can get more of them somewhere else. God damn it. I'll take that here. Just take another one of these. this difference in ratings here. Lightforge really doesn't like this card. Lightforge really likes this card. Might be a little greedy to skip a 5 here. I'm not even looking at this. Like, this is not bad, obviously, but like, it's a little too greedy, I think. If we're gonna go greedy, I'd rather go this kind of greed. Because we have the cycle too. This card is just gonna be hilarious. It's just, we might just need the Raider just to have something to do earlier. Missed Parade Leader. That's true. I knew I was gonna get 2 expendable performers. So we ended up getting so many rush minions actually. I'm just not sure if we die if we take another performers here. I'm gonna go with we don't die. That's perfect. Alright, that's good too, I guess. I do think we want the drop rather than another silence. Just realized we could have taken Blood Herald. That's like too greedy though, I think. Blood Herald with 2 performers. It's just a little too memey, I think. Maybe it's the right kind of memey though. Well, I can tell the game feels a little too fast right now for that. Do we ever just keep this card? My chat just refreshed. I'm on my home server. I guess we're gonna coin the 3. Actually, to be honest, isn't Parade Leader plus Performers actually bad? I think it's actually anti-synergy in a way. Oh, depends. A lot of times I think it's actually anti-synergy.
I grow impatient.
The leaderboard average is gonna be higher or lower. Well, what probably will happen is because of the new set, generally you can farm people in the beginning. So there's gonna be a handful of people that are gonna like rush out 30 wins really fast and get kind of higher averages than they otherwise would, so. You saw Judge getting wrecked by it? Well, to get wrecked by it, you need to have like 20 health of minions on board. Wait, no, only 18, only like 15, I guess. So the only problem about doing this play, we could do this. We play right into swipe. Really hard, actually. At least we would get a swipe. Not like we need a swipe. Do we ever just let these 1/1s live forever? Not really an option, unfortunately. Let's do this, I guess. It could be really nasty if it lines up properly though, because it would be really good if you have just enough health for the minions to respawn, but they still have to like clear everything. You could essentially, and it could theoretically be 9 mana for 18 damage on board, and then a board full of like 3/1s. A hell of a lot of stats. He gave us a Wrath. I kind of like that actually.
Time waits for no one.
It's here. Obnoxious thing here. I kind of drew a super passive draw here. You could have done the Umberwing just to get the minions down also. Potentially better than this, but I'm optimistically spending all my mana.
Wanna blow something up?
Damn. What do we wait? We just got a Wrath in our deck. Okay. Making sure to hero power first to get that extra point of healing. You know, Couchy Potato with the Prime sub. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I need to change that sub notification, don't I? Stream Element Spot doesn't have it.
Don't mess with Tusk.
Oh my god. We Mage Hunter that? We don't really have anything better to do.
What's wrong? Lost your wand?
Lost your wand. Let me do that right now. How the hell do I do that? The real questions. How do I change that? I don't know how I change that. Whoa! 2 gifted subs to Zapper and Habana Loco. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for that, man. Welcome. How are you all doing? I don't think anyone's ever actually triggered that notification before the Charizard one. Nobody even knew it existed. Actually, no, I'm lying. Someone did a month ago. How do I change this?
Time waits for no one.
I'll grow on you.
Oh dear. No. Oh. So, okay, wait, this is kind of complicated now. How the hell do we do this? So we have this, we have this. He didn't swipe us.
I grow impatient.
Alright, there are way too many options. This is hurting my brain. My brain, my poor brain. I don't have time to do this anymore. I think we don't do that. I think we'll... Yeah, honestly, we can just do this. Not lag out like that, that'd be great. So we got the attacks off. Been learning lots of YouTube content. Nice, nice. I noticed you just followed today. So thank you. Glad you enjoy. Here's the swipe. Ooh. Excuse me, sir. I need you to play more minions so that I can. That is perfect, actually. Thank you. That is exactly what we needed. It's gonna be a nightmare if you actually have to start playing around this card. It kind of feels like you're gonna have to, actually. Like, this card is literally gonna be a nightmare, dude. Dude, I honestly have no idea how to change this command. What was that thing?
Demons.
We just make a million 3/3s. We may just do this.
I grow impatient.
We will hold the Black
I kind of think so, because what's he gonna do about it? I'm gonna have to look at this later. I have no idea how to change this. Yeah, I have no idea. I will look next time I think of it. First of all, you meant had 3 Ticketmasters? Yeah, what is Ticketmasters? Ticketmaster, it's not an epic, is it? It seems like,
Time waits for no
well, one thing it seems like is that epics are really common now. Like, we just got Marsh Hydroid. Right? Like, these are cards you used to never see. I have bad news for you, sir. I'm just making sure, like, this. I don't think there's a really bad way to do this. Seems fair. Perform is also just a rare. Cycles are rare. Performances are rare. It kind of feels like, I don't know, it might be like, it almost feels like rares are more common too. They might just increase the odds of all the rare ones, not just epics. Rares and epics. Because rares weren't even that common last patch, it felt like. Druid just needs that 6 mana Hellfire. Seems like not what he needs. Oh no, you were saying the Ticketmasters are rare, right? Polluted Hoarder, that's a bro I haven't seen in a while. Alright, this is kind of BM, but I want the Amalgam Crocs for the quests. It's like all minion types. I'm just giving him the draw. He knows. This 50 corrupt cards is gonna be a pain. Yeah, this one isn't epic. We got 2 of these. These are all cards you wouldn't see this very often either. We have to see, like, I'll probably do a video on it, like, once there's like 2 days worth of data maybe. Because it seems like it's worth making a video on. To say, there's a million epics now, so those epics that you didn't use to play around, guess what? They're everywhere. Get ready for every Demon Hunter to have 3 of these. Once you're past 2 wins. Do we want to keep this? We're pretty limited as far as 4 drops. So I'll keep it. Alright, we'll try to get here. Oh dear. At least we're killing it. Actually pretty annoying. Because we would like to drop the 3, but this thing has to die. I mean, we might just, I think I'm gonna do this. Kind of a lot of flexibility we're losing that. Kind of sucks. Ooh, I found it.
I wonder.
How you doing, Hobbs? I just realized, am I not seeing? It's just me not seeing it. Is it just because my Barra Twitch TV is off right now? That might be it, actually. A Yeti taunt seems pretty good right now. We could also play Alec Hero Power. Could be better. It's maybe Holy Novas, it's not the end of the world, but it would still be better if we stop it. You can give us a coin if we do this also.
I grow impatient.
This is fine. I think the Holy Novas, we're just... I think we're doing well enough. Still prefer he didn't.
You've got me fired up.
Okay, that's fine.
Now we're cooking.
He's coined just for that. That's something we can live with. Oh yeah, actually, it's just my end. Never mind. Been worrying about this for no reason. Okay, Are we just trading off all our little guys? We just don't have a great play. We use our 4-5 into the 4-6.
I grow
We can kill a 2-3 pretty cheaply too, and just play Wanderer.
Time grows short. Would you help a weary traveler?
I guess it's fine. You got hit by 5 Brittle Bones, 3 from Raised Dead in 1 game. Nice. I've been hearing a lot of people saying, did you always hear this lately? But I've been hearing more people telling crazy stories than normal. Many of them involving a certain People Clown card. I don't think I care about that thing enough to kill it. I've not yet seen a People Clown. Okay, we need to kill him by next turn. He could have Cycle or Expendable Performers. I guess Expendable Performers would be the true nightmare, right? He should be dead though. Unless he has like 5 renews in his hand. Okay, that's fine. I'm looking forward to how many times you see this. The Horrendous Growth Concede combo. I feel like this is going to be a very common occurrence. You know, it's the new version of the Blood Herald Concede combo. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of it. Happened to me twice already too. Yeah. We're going to be seeing a lot of it. Where does Hearth reiterate that card? Because I thought... Like, I don't think it's like a super crazy good card, but like, I think... It seemed pretty low, the score. Lightforge game that I thought. Horrendous. Yeah, Hearth Arena gives it above average. Which is still not very good. On the R2 list, it's right next to like, it's a little below like Mana Saber. Yeah, I think that's more where I would put it. Lightforge put it like below average. Just it's hard to toss these, I'm gonna be honest. It's so good. Might be hard to corrupt this. I mean, we should get something that we can corrupt it with. It's just that we might need to play it on curve. I don't know, we should be able to figure something out. The funny thing is, this used to be a sign that it was a terrible player, typically, when they would do this. But Demon Hunter has so many weapons right now, it might just mean he has another weapon. It might not mean anything. It might just mean he has like 4 weapons in here. So I mean, you would normally take this, right? But this corrupts this. I mean, we can corrupt it with this. So we probably still just want to take the 4. This is never going to go to 1. We probably just want to play. Oh my god. That card is actually insane! Not really, but... it's less bad than it would be in other classes. Because what it used to be like, this card was like semi-pickable in Rogue, but pretty much unpickable in every other class. I guess it's like probably this... it's probably a little... it's still probably a little worse in Demon Hunter than Rogue, I don't know. So the problem is you still have to spend a mana to unlock it every turn, right? Unless you have a... unless you have a fairly good, unless you have a weapon equipped anyway. I don't know. Let's take this trade. You could, you want to be really cheeky, you go phase. But... yikes. I'm glad I didn't go face. Why I said if you want to be really cheeky. Feels like you just have to assume every Demon Hunter is going to clear every board you ever play ever. If they want to. I guess we're going to take this no matter what. We could play it now. Guess we'll just do these though. Next turn, I feel like it's gonna be worth corrupting this. You could corrupt this with this, but it's fine. He probably doesn't have like a cycle or something if he's trying to clear stuff like that. There is the real talk of do we want to get this corrupted or not? And also, do we want to not fill up our board to make this better? That's the other question. Do you think I'm gonna... considering we can play both of these next turn, and that's actually really insane. I don't know. I'm gonna be the noob that keeps like not tempoing things just because ooh, they have corrupt on them. I'm gonna be that noob for today. Okay, yeah, then we'll do this. We get 10 1/1s with this. It's kind of feeling to me like you're gonna literally have to think about this card. Which is gonna be actually insanely frustrating. Because it's I don't know, it might just be like kind of like a cycle of hatred type thing where it's like you just can't play around it and you just have to hope they don't have it. I mean, I say that and then he's gonna cycle us and then the game's gonna be over. He's really playing like he doesn't have cycle, so I'm kind of assuming he doesn't, but I mean... It's not cycle, at least. I think the everyone has this card prophecy or prediction is accurate. Maybe we should have thought around it by not. We couldn't really have done it. We couldn't have really played around it, actually. It's actually kind of impossible. You got more 1/1s than we did. The name of the arena, we have a command. Screw that particular 1/1. Oh, we're at full health apparently. Oh no, he's gonna do it again. Oh no, he's gonna do it again. No, no. No. Okay, it's a little bit more bearable. Damn. Oh, I just realized. I thought it was like a 10-10 still, and I was like, oh, we're just off being able to do this, and I realized, oh yeah, it's 12 anyways. Yeah, we have to... You know what's funny is that taking 12 is not insane right now. Well, he's gonna do this and this. Like, I actually don't think it's insane to use this here. Minus 12, by the way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess Epic is just the new common. That's really what it seems like. How you doing, card hunting?
Nothing will stand in our way.
That's an upgrade. Probably.
This is only at 2 wins.
We will hold the Black Temple.
I'm getting the sense, I don't know, based off the reaction other people have had, I'm getting the sense that this is not unexpected. Like, this is just the way it is now.
I am the
Ooh.
Iron Hand of the Wastes.
Okay, taking that 12 seems a little bad now. Is there anything that helps us? There's gotta be something. Oh yeah, that's what we needed. Yeah, okay, that worked. That very much works. Too bad we lose our guy, but you know, we'll take it.
You possess true power.
That's better than Overfiend.
We will hold the Black Temple.
And we thought we were ahead. Pick W. think it's... He just eats that. It really sucks, actually. I don't think we can play that right now. We're just gonna have to wait.
We will hold the Black Temple.
What? Oh my god. Why can't we, if we could hero power our own dude, it would actually be, nice draws? I know.
I grow impatient.
We come here for all the nice draws. Yeah, at this point, Cycle is long past helping us. We need to... I mean, we don't have any choice, right? We have to just do this. And we have to get performers, exactly. So I don't think Overfiend really helps either. Where we go for the good draws. Couldn't even corrupt that? Imagine getting 2-turn lethal by a 0 attack pinata. Okay. We have acquired the card. Vengeance, by the way.
Enjoy your final moments.
Guess we kill this. And I think we might as well swing face. Watch his last card be Cycle. Cycle of Keck W's. Now we draw Cycle. That would be nice. So every Demon Hunter match is going to be a game of who plays more expendable performers. Now we know.
Just clouded around.
You call.
Demons. Demons. Vengeance is mine.
I feel like this isn't doing anything in our hand. We should just play it. Then I guess we...
Time grows short.
I'm thinking we might keep all our 1/1s up. Just do it like this. Maybe we just kill one though. Yeah, I guess we'll kill one. I'm just like thinking like maybe we draw a Cycle, right? But it keeps your taunt alive, so theoretically. First time seeing my stream, but you've been watching the 12-win videos. Nice, nice. Welcome. This guy just
You cannot break the
missed a 1-4 for lethal. I mean, not lethal, but basically lethal, let's be honest. What is he waiting for? Do we... Is it to our benefit to clear anything? So we can kill this. We have to take like 4 face damage probably to do that. It's just, we can't really be using our face. I don't know. He's at the point where he can't really either.
Demons.
Kind of.
Demons. Power has its price.
I really dislike this, but I feel like it's necessary. We're just gonna die though. Officially dead. Cycle help us? No, we're dead. We need Overfiend exactly. Then we're still dead. Yeah, the problem is we're still dead. If we didn't take that extra damage like 10 turns ago, and we didn't really have any good draws left was the thing, so still very unlikely. We only ended up taking like net 7 extra. Was this game? I think that's gonna be the average. I think that's unironically gonna be the average Demon Hunter mirror.
Much to answer
Is
for.
exactly like that
Isn't
now.
over between us, brother.
Because if you understand the game is gonna be played like that, you play it a little differently than I did, and we would have been able to win, I think. Game was so slow. Well, we ran out of cards. We both ran out of cards like 9 turns in, which I think is going to be the normal thing.
Vengeance is mine.
Or 9 turns in, I mean.
For my discretion. Nature speaks.
Oh my god. Kill that thing with fire. It's actually a pretty insane draw.
All I see is weakness. Vengeance is mine.
If we didn't draw that, we would have just played this. So this is a lot more tempo, obviously. Go ahead, play a 4-4, I dare you. Actually, play a 5-4. I won't be too greedy. Just play a 5-4. Nothing bad will happen, don't worry. Draft a million Mage Scribe. Oh, we did skip a Mage Scribe. It's not like our deck needed like a Mage Scribe or something. It was just that we needed to use our resources a little differently.
On your lead.
It's got the best cards for me there, regardless of bucket balances. Well, Demon Hunter is definitely... I haven't looked. Demon Hunter is definitely near the top, if not the top. It might just be the top. Let me see. Druid actually. Druid kind of got shafted. Hunter got pretty good cards too. Mage really just got Grand Finale and Cyclone. Probably not enough. Paladin got pretty good cards, but not as good as the others, I think. Priest got pretty good cards, but probably not as good as the others. I think Rogue's probably the same category. Shaman got pretty good cards. Probably not quite as good as the others again.
A charming composition.
This is impossible to trigger. It might still be the pick here over this. There's still a chance we trigger it. It's kind of just insurance, right? Like, if you draw crap, you can just, like, if you just draw 1s and 2s, you can at least, you can reroll them essentially, right? So you're guaranteed, it just makes it, like, pretty much guaranteed you'll hit some kind of late game. If you ever play this, so it's pretty good. In a value situation. Warlock got pretty good cards too. Warrior got a couple good cards. Yeah. It looks like, I think the best ones were Demon Hunter and Hunter probably. Probably Demon Hunter, yeah. I think Demon Hunter probably just got the best cards by a bit of a wide margin. That's a thing though. I mean, this is he innovated that. Okay. I was like, wait, this is a little earlier than I was expecting to see this.
I grow impatient.
Ah, we're gonna take 10 again. This will be the day of taking 1,000,000 damage, won't it? Damn, I wish we still had both. If we still had both of the slices, this would be a lot nicer for us.
Demon.
Oh? Oh wait, we can't do all of this. Damn.
Time grows short.
I guess we take this.
Vengeance is mine.
You could take the soul fragments in the hopes of healing, but you might just never draw them anyway, so then it that doesn't even help you.
We will hold the Black Temple!
We're actually not that low, especially with this taunt. The problem is if he has another Fizzy Elemental, then we get kind of wrecked. When I say kind of wrecked, I mean, super mega wrecked. Hey, Jamonia, how you doing? I have an opinion on how the expansion is going to affect whether or not we'll see less aggro entirely. A lot of people have been saying they've been getting smorked like crazy today, which is unusual because normally metas start out really slow and then they speed up once people kind of figure things out. So that's unusual. We have lethal, right? Umberwing, second slice. Hero power is 4. Got silence.
Vengeance is mine. Would you help a weary
Get that extra achievement, demon proc. That demon achievement proc. But yeah, there's definitely less top-end value in the game. So it could be something that people just need to adjust their drafting to, because maybe, you know, maybe Lightforge was onto something and they realized that you really actually just need to pick every late game card you get offered. Because otherwise you don't have late game. Because that's the thing that
I will prove
if you draft the
myself
same
to
curve that you drafted with Descent to Dragons in the game, that curve was kind of built around having certain amounts of certain things. Like, like discovers, and those just don't really exist anymore. So if you want to have the same amount of value, you need to make your curve heavier. Which could just mean the meta just goes super aggro, but it could mean people just draft much greedier also. Because one of the things is like, it's one of the things that makes it kind of hard to say is the class, which direction the meta will go depends largely on balance, class balance. Because,
You're paid for my discretion.
you know, like the beginning of Skullomance meta, the meta wasn't super slow just because of Skullomance. It was more the fact that the top classes were Mage, Priest, and Rogue, which were the 3 slow classes at the time. And in general. Well, not Rogue, but Mage and Priest especially, right? So like if Demon Hunter is number 1 class, it's going to make the meta a lot different than if Demon Hunter is unplayable. Things like that. Corrupted or dirigible. One thing that does actually seem kind of nice about Corrupt as a mechanic is it seems like if anything it actually favors the player going second. I'd like to play Overseer, but that's just so greedy. Into Holy Nova. It's like too greedy.
I grow impatient.
Because if you like trade, hero power, Overseer, it's so greedy.
I grow impatient. Power has its price. Short. I'll put it on your tab.
Man, I want to do these Overseer plays because they're so good, but it's like it's just overextending so hard into Holy Nova.
Demons? Demons.
We could just save the I-beam if we wanted to. Waste a 3/2. Because we have the mana. It's the perfect play right now to do Overseer I-beam. It's overextending so hard.
You cannot break the broken. Time grows short. Vengeance is mine.
And it's like it doesn't feel like we need to, because we're so far ahead as is. Honestly, we could have just played the Pearl Tusk there. That might have actually been better. Because it doesn't look like we're adapting it right now, and it's kind of honestly a decent turn to play it. Because you keep the 3/2 alive that way.
A charming composition.
You just kill him with this, right? With the Mage Hunter and the Metamorphosis, like even if he like board clears us. It's like Soulmere would have been kind of bad because he gets the lifesteal taunt too.
We will hold the Black
Yeah.
Temple.
We pretty much beat everything with what we have.
What's wrong? Lost your wand? It is finished. You win.
Go demons. It seems like the queues are extremely short right now.
Illidan versus Kel'Thuzad.
Your curiosity will be the end of you. This ends
Wabbit
now.
season? Yeah. It also kind of feels like games are getting decided, well, except for the ones that get dragged out. Either games get dragged out or they get decided really early. Seems like.
Vengeance is mine.
And this is the game that gets decided because we draw bad. Okay, we have the card that does the thing. Killing the priest by turn 7, the best thing to do when you're against the priest.
Power for the taking. Your power limitless.
Kind of annoying. Yeah, I assumed it wasn't this way, but no, you don't have to summon all 7. I don't know if you summon 5, if you have all 5 die, if you still get 7, if you clear off the rest of your board. That I don't know yet, actually. It's not the new secret.
They are bent to my command.
Vape Nation. Vape Nation would be really awkward for us right now.
Demons. Demons.
It's never Vape Nation, right?
Be my shield. A charming composition.
Real talk, do we ever consume magic to trigger the counter spell? Wait, is Netherwind Portal is still in, right? Is it still in? Netherwind Portal.
Time grows short.
It's Outland, yeah, it's in. So that kind of makes that play look kind of dumb. Since we have a silence, I'll take the acrobatic. All the refill. But yeah, we're not just going to slam performer because if we get counterspelled, we gotta lose.
This'll make the pain.
I think if this gets countered, we just live with it. I mean, if this gets countered, I mean. Damn it! So, Overfiend dies. Smell performers do not all die. This card is so unfair, actually. Good performers again. We actually don't have to Mage Hunter that immediately. We're not gonna kill it. We can't kill it anyway. You can actually Overfiend it.
Demons.
There's a chance you can't kill what pops though. So I think it's fine if you just
I have trained for days.
do some board things. We're not extending. Flame Strike would suck, but it wouldn't be the end of the world either. It would suck. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna have to. We're just gonna have to performers that now. Because then we don't even have to silence it. It doesn't actually work if you silence it. want to play this sometime. We actually want to play drops. Or anyway, I mean, just a turn we don't want to do anything else in our hand.
Would you help a weary traveler?
We will hold the Black Temple! Vengeance! Vengeance!
Taking all this free chip damage. There's a chance if you don't kill the 3/3, it could become a problem. I don't want to play the Orphean this turn just because it's so vulnerable to the 5/2.
My shield for Argus!
So we'll just do this. Definitely cannot take 9. Yeah, we were talking about it. I mean, the 2/3 that gives Rush is +2 attack. I don't know how good it is though, because I feel like it would actually not be as good as you think, because I mean, unless your opponent has a whole bunch of stuff on board, you won't be able to kill them all off. So then you don't even get the second wave. It can be good in certain situations if your opponent... Maybe if the breakpoints are bad with the 3 attack, then it's good. But otherwise, I think it's actually kind of bad. Actually not great for us because now we can't... I mean, we could push 5. But I think we'll just take... I don't know, maybe it's actually better. It might actually be better to push 5 than to get 2 extra 3/3s. That may actually just be better. I think it actually is probably better. And do we just throw this in? I guess not. Yeah, no, because he would be at... He'd be at 14. We'd have 2 more 3/3s. It's just like... If he draws Flame Strike, you'd feel really dumb about it, right? I guess we can just afford to play this right now. We'll see if we get a better play. Yeah, we can do that. It's not like it's not really the best play on our hand right now. It's not that big a difference. I guess I'll take this.
grows
Okay,
short.
I was like, wait, do we not have an Antane? Yeah, we already have an Antane. Yeah, we don't need a second Antane. We'll take Taunt. Seems reasonable. I've not gotten to play a lot of Void Hounds, so this is an exciting day. Which I might not get to play it. So our opponent might just tragically pass from this world.
What's wrong? Lost your wand?
So here's the real talk thing. I think I am gonna put 1 damage into this to kill it. Which is more inevitability, this or this? Maybe you just... This is just like super inevitability, right? The odds of him actually being able to survive that is like 0.
Would you help a weary traveler? It's mine.
Good luck surviving, bro.
Victory is yours.
I don't know if it's like a thing that they might have just micro adjusted up all the AoE. It's like, how often would you see a 3 flame strike mage before? Angus Gratonis, thanks for the follow.
Illidan versus Jaina.
Like, I feel like that's a thing you just didn't see
This
last
ends
patch.
now.
You didn't see a lot of mages, but you really didn't see a lot of mages with 3 flame strikes.
Hello.
Evil draws. Taste blood.
Probably gonna ping, right? Okay.
I have trained for today.
I want cards you don't see every day. Anaworm in 2K20 KW. We can play 4, or we can play Umberwing Hero Power and another one. Next turn we can play 2-2-1 if we play 4 this turn, because we're assuming he's gonna trade. You do the other player missing damage that could be going face.
You love my new recipe.
That's the thing. It's kind of fine though. Okay, do we want to slow down to play the 5? I mean, you're slowing down by playing another walker too, so might as well play the 5.
A charming composition.
Not terrible right now. It's also not terrible right now. What do we have as far as outcast? Consume. I-beam.
I grow impatient.
Not insane. Throglade probably just does what Blade Dance does better, actually. Like, unless you can get like 3 or 4 attack, this is probably just that he's gonna do a better job.
Planets and stars! Power for the taking!
Don't mess with Tusk.
We can Throglaive all of them if we want to. We could go Umberwing, 2 Throglaive. That seems pretty nice. Get the Netherwalker out. Get the weapon out.
Fair and nether.
They're both pretty good.
Demons? Demons. Time grows short.
If we were playing this 7 mana, we'd probably want the Antane, but he can't Flame Strike yet. He could Blizzard. If he does any AoE, you'd rather have Antane probably. It's not like playing a 6/6 is the worst thing ever, but Antane is just should be better.
Planets and stars! Power for the taking!
Good old Discover Second.
I will crush your delusions of grandeur.
Best strategy. I think we're gonna play this and just not actually use it.
My blades aren't just for show.
Essentially just put a 6/6 down to try to kill him. So I was thinking that essentially like just having the 6/6 in this situation, like be Flame Strikes, we get to push the 6 for sure, right? We don't know if the I mean the Antane's always gonna do damage too. We don't know how much it's gonna go face. It's probably enough that's worth it, but
Forever.
not sure if you take Cthulhu or you charge Defiler. Is it always new Cthulhu? Is old Cthulhu even offered? Like, that was a tragedy.
Well played.
You possess true power.
This new one, the new one's really good. Actually, Yusharge is the other really good old god, right? I think they're both really good. Oh, Yusharge is the one that adds corrupted cards. Unless you have like an insane amount of corrupt, I think Cthulhu is just better. Because Cthulhu adds good cards to your deck, so it's actually just pretty good. That cost less than 10. Probably need a lot of synergy with Yusharge. I mean, was it Yasharaj? How do you pronounce it? You need a lot of synergy with it for it to be better. I don't think you get a crazy amount of corrupt on average. It's not the craziest thing to coin a 2/2, but the problem with coining a 2/2 is that you're coining a 2/2, which is not amazing.
That's your cue. Get out there.
Fell and nether.
Corrupt all the things. The thing is, we have a lot of really big demons, but a lot of really small demons. So this could go very well or very poorly.
Time grows short.
But we have like turn 3 actually kind of under control. I'm gonna take it. Because we're playing the control game whether we like it or not here. We need to not die. But...
Demons? Demons.
We could do a better tempo play than this, but you have to like coin an Og to clear.
It's time for
Don't really like it.
blood.
This guy's playing very aggressively. But...
Better together.
It's fine. I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to overreact to that thing. That sucks.
Vengeance is mine.
We need to find some kind of healing. He's just gonna smack us in the face with that thing.
Consider this a house call.
Yeah, we're already dead. Sucks. I didn't respect the smork enough. I don't know that we could have lived though. Because he probably had more smork damage too. Like, we never drew any taunt. Except the amalgam, but the amalgam got eaten by a Reaper charge. We could have taken, like, no more than, like... We could have only prevented, like, maybe 6 damage. More than we did. He overkilled us by, like, 2. So we died a 1 more weapon swing. Even if we did exact everything we could possible to remove damage. If we knew exactly what we had, if we would have delayed the taunt, it would have kind of screwed him. We would have known literally exactly what he had. Because if you play the amalgam after he plays the first weapon charge, then he can't upgrade it without losing his guy. It's not like that was even relevant. Because then if he has a ping to finish off your guy, he kind of kills you. Because he gets the rush value anyway. It's actually just as bad. No, yeah, like, we had no chance in that game. There was actually just nothing we could do.
So where does the
Actually, I say there was nothing we could do. We did skip the 3 mana lifesteal, didn't we? I don't think we could have corrupted the 3 mana life. Well, we did with the, we would have with the taunt. Right. Yeah, actually. So there was something we could do. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, we just had to pick the 3-drop off the Discover. And then we probably win.
Step up! Would you have a weary traveler? For the king!
I honestly wasn't expecting Warriors to be super smorky. So I thought, with the cards they got, I thought Warrior. And I still think Warrior should be less aggressive. They actually got all control tools, but that guy just smorked anyway. should just play this.
A charming composition.
This could be all phase. Eh.
You're too
You could have gone Netherwalker plus Orc too.
step
It's a
up.
bit more aggressive. Not that much more aggressive. Just letting us pop our guy. Does Priest have a new answer to this? No.
Demons. Demons.
I think we just play this, so he doesn't have anything to Mirror Entity. I mean, not Mirror Entity. He doesn't have anything to Shadow Madness. And just do this. What the hell is a Priest gonna do against this? He's gonna look for an answer. It's not really a great answer. He can get like a... I mean, his best answer, I guess, is a Ripple, right? Wait, is Holy Ripple even in the game? Series Oldham. So it's not, right? Yeah, Ripple is gone.
Fair and nether.
I mean, this is 0 right now. Maybe just more refill is better though.
You cannot break the bro.
What set's Rain Arena right now? It's the sets printed after Descent of Dragons. So the ones printed in 2020 and Old Gods.
Now these are
The combo I predicted the second I saw Strongman. I don't think there's really enough to save him though.
We will hold the Black Temple.
We'll use the AUG so that we don't have to take so we don't have to miss face damage, but we also don't have to take 1,000,000 damage. Nova is still really good, but I mean Nova, he still has to answer the 10-4. He already played one Nova also. Doesn't have a Nova. There's no Ripple to get. I forget. I think I might have made this. Did I make this command? Let me make this command a little more readable. Not exactly what he needs.
It is finished. You win.
Not bad. how the run's been today. This is still our first, I think. So alright. Yeah, given that we're playing a Demon Hunter, I mean, games have been pretty slow. That's kind of our deck's fault, just because we have all these expendable performers and stuff. That our deck is so reactive.
Victory or death! This ends now!
Card in the outcast slot's a little hard to pass. Cycle Hatred, that's a card we haven't seen for a while.
I must choose!
I guess the one question we don't really know, because Blizzard hasn't said anything, is this rotation going to be 2 months or 4 months? This I wonder. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me. It'd probably be better if it's 2 months, but if I play with Claw Machine, no. This is our first deck, and we don't have it.
I taste blood.
Does seem pretty good.
Be thirsty.
Okay, so that thing needs to die. We could actually just Mage Hunter it. That's not too bad if we just Mage Hunter it.
Demons?
We can also just kill it.
Demons.
I think just Mage Huntering it is totally fine.
Killing spree.
What's wrong?
Any other plays a kind of poor use of a coin? Not like the worst use of a coin, but it's just not great. Okay, we can go 2/2, or we can go 4. Go 2/2. He takes the trade with the 2/2s, and you probably get the I-beam on this.
I grow impatient.
If you go 4, he probably has to use removal on it, and then you get the same thing. Or he has to like keep this guy in stealth, which would theoretically be better.
I grow impatient. Would you help a weary traveler?
Yeah, I like this because I think it eats the removal.
Fair and nether.
I mean, Rhesus is pretty good. Void Hound is pretty good.
I grow impatient.
I'm not sure which one we need more right now. Priestess is better if you're ahead on board and we're kind of behind.
Time grows short.
Yeah, like Priestess just isn't quite as good if you're not the one ahead and pushing. It's like if you're on the defensive and it just chips away at some things and dies, it's probably not that good.
Now.
It's better because it comes quicker, but it's much less of a threat. And it seems like we have enough things to do right now. The situation where Priestess would be good also is the same situation where Cycle would be good, right? If your opponent plays like a bunch of 1 health stuff, but then you just cycle, right?
You've got me fired up.
Really? Wow. Wasn't really expecting to get that. What's he playing around with this? Like, what is this? Why is the 2/2 so important to kill? Really weird. We may want to play the Amalgam just so, well, this is popping. It's just, this thing is gonna get eaten. I don't love. Maybe it's just that he has another Reaper and then it doesn't matter. Whatever, this is probably just gonna get rushed or Reapered anyway. Guess we'll do this. Good mana burn him.
Time grows short. Vengeance is mine.
That was not his Discovered Rush. If he's never playing this Discovered Rush, it might be a rabbit. Oh, you have a really good cycle now. It's probably a freaking rabbit. Not a rabbit. I guess we'll do that. Otherwise, we probably would have traded these, but we could still trade them and play this. But this seems fairly good right now. It's a board full of 1/1s or a 4/5. I tend to always play this. Maybe I should hold it a little longer than I do. Just I feel like if you hold it, you can get into awkward situations, right? Because like, what if you can't actually get the second wave? It's very possible. You just won't be able to get a second wave off. Seems like people give you the opportunity though. can go Warblade, Twin Slice, Hero Power for this. We can still coin out. Or we could actually just play this. And actually save this. You could also just drop these. Not bad. It's kind of all in. I guess that all in.
I grow impatient. Time grows short.
You'll pay for that! Vengeance! 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 Vengeance!
That's your cue. Get out there.
Stagehand is just so good, actually. And is also so good. Alright, this is where Big Daddy Voidhound comes in. Or does Big Daddy Overfiend come in? I think Big Daddy Voidhound comes first.
Vengeance is mine.
It kind of works out perfectly. Nice minions, bro. It'd be a shame if someone sucked them up. Yup. Slurp.
You call that? Nothing will stand in our way.
So we're actually just gonna save this Pearl Tusk until next game. Seems reasonable. 5 mana 8/8 rush. It's not that good. Don't even. Oh my god. It's more food for our Voidhound. Oh yikes! He actually got 2 rushes. He's 1 off though. Oh, he got 3. No, dude, this doesn't have rush. What are you doing, bro?
That was an error. A blunder.
Okay, bro. You've got no chance. At least we have to play the. We have to play the elephant. It's reasonable. And that is why you go to math class, so you know that 8 plus 5 is 13 and not 14. Common error. A truly tragic error.
Versus Valera.
Watch your back.
This ends now.
We have not drawn this dirigible very much. We've drawn it like 2 or 3 times. Most of them were... We haven't drawn it like 6 games in a row.
Vengeance is mine.
Go half a sneaky delinquent. It's never the new secret, right? Yeah, we're not gonna corrupt this for a while. We should probably just play it. fine. If it was ambush, we would just kill it. But... It might actually be the new secret. Wouldn't bet on it, but it might be.
You don't pick the one, silly.
Killing spree.
I guess we lose.
All I see is weakness. We're with you.
Casual losing 8-win game to Bamboozle seems normal enough. I don't know if we knew if it was Bamboozle, if we would have killed the one. Like, I think we would have still attacked the same one. Because 5s aren't that great on average or anything. Probably would have gone for the same one. It's actually, we're not actually that far behind. We're gonna have to Mage Hunter this, I guess. Not because we really want to, but just because we have 3 mana and we have nothing better to do.
What's wrong?
It's still kind of like we're silencing it. It's just, you know. Yeah, if you don't kill it, he's gonna get a free deadly poison eventually. Kind of a problem. Joke's on you! We weren't planning on having a board next turn anyway. Actually, kind of disgusting combo. Oh, dude. I think we're dead. On a scale from 1 to dead, I think we're about a yes. It's still pretty good. This is still pretty much about what a Flame Strike would do. Like, this is like a weaker performers, and it's like still a Flame Strike. Probably getting lethal right now, actually.
You've got me fired up.
What we need right now to not die would be like a Rush Hog, probably. We need like a Rush Hog, and we need to draw our I-Beam. Nice trap.
Now we're cooking.
Oh wow, we got both. Okay, that's helpful.
Would you help a weary traveler? In the shadows, I saw something.
We could just get lethal here. There's nothing. I don't think there's a single spell that quite gets us there though. We had to get like Twin Slice, and we needed to like get another Twin Slice basically. So Overfiend doesn't really help us because killing half of the Vagrant doesn't really do us anything. We have to get like a Silence, I guess.
A charming composition.
It's even better. I mean, we're probably never playing either of them, right? We're probably just dead. We can actually play this right now.
Time grows short. You're too
Yeah. We're like almost certainly dead. There's no way we can interact with this. We had to get silence, I think. I like that that didn't go phase. Oh no. We might be getting VM'd. Assassinate doesn't work anymore though. He didn't play that first. I mean, he could have played the other thing first, to be fair. The missiles. I would have gone missiles and then passage, probably. Oh wow, he didn't get anything. Alrighty then. Boom. So it's like, of all the classes, seems like everyone has removal right now, but of all the classes that can't deal with a 4/5 taunt, apparently it's Rogue. Rogue is the one class that can't kill a Yeti. Demon Hunter has a 7-mana card that literally hard kills a Proto Drake. But Rogue can't kill a Yeti. Good to know. He had like literally 12 cards of his deck. Bizarre.
Illidan versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
This ends now.
I guess we'll keep this curve.
Can I light your fire?
Yo, Captain Patata. I saw the sub alert and I was like, wait, where's the sub alert? There it is. Thanks for the sub, man. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to... We need so many subs today. We need to make a name. What should the name for the subs be? We call them the Flamer Squad for the Charmander. Flamers. Get it? I don't know. How are the greens going so well? Decently, decently. This is our first run, so we're doing alright. We've been memeing more people than we've been memed by, so...
Demons?
Doing alright. I think I might want to kill us off, because just bad things happen, you know? Oh yeah, this is a card that's back now. Oh dear. Like, just to prevent future bad things from happening. You don't really have the luxury to do something like that if you're playing any other class, but since our hero power is 1 mana, it's kind of reasonable. He's got 3 cycle H's to your first 15 cards. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's not even because of the new set, but it seems like the power level of cards is like kind of bonkers, which is weird because Descent of Dragons left, and Descent of Dragons was also bonkers. So, kind of interesting. But it seems like certain things like rares and epics seem to be more common so far. I don't know, maybe it's just because like part of it might just be because the card pool got smaller, right? Because they rotate out more sets than they rotate in, so that might just be part of it too. Things in general are more common. It's very possible. Or very likely to be part of it. We're kind of out of stuff already. This is kind of not a good thing for us. We want to use the second slice too. Doesn't really do anything. Compared to just like replaying one. You got a golden Alar and a priest run? Nice.
Take heart. The Earth Mother.
Cairn. You get a Keck W in chat for this? Nice Cairn, bro. Maybe I should have just left it up. You're playing around. Wait, is Conjurer's Calling still in the game? Conjurer's Calling must be gone, right? Was Conjurer's Descent of Dragons? No, there's Rise of Shadows. Yeah, it's gone. It's way gone. You don't have to worry about Conjurer's Calling anymore. So leave minions up against Mage. Because we still would have tempoed this, but you could have gotten this out instead of clearing. Oh my god. The Madman is even playing around Big Game Hunter. A true legend. Now, I also have bad news for you, sir. This seems like totally fair and balanced, and Blizzard does not need to make any modifications to their game for this scenario. I didn't miss a damage. I know I put into minion, but that buffed an attack anyway, so I didn't miss a damage. It seems totally fine. It seems completely reasonable that a ghoul can have 16 attack the turn after it's played. It's just... I mean, think about it. If it was the warrior card, the warrior 2/4, it would have had 32 attack. Like that would be way less fair. This is totally fair. I see no problems here. Do you see that salty hover at the end? Oh yeah. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm probably gonna make a video out of that one. Actually, no, the warrior 3-drop would only have 30 attack, I think. Yeah, it would only have 30. Yeah, close enough. What do I think about horrendous growth? I mean, I think if you do exactly like what that mage did, it's really good. I think it's really good, but it's not like super good. Like I'm not saying it's like premium, but I think it's like a decent card. Because the way I see it, like even if you like, it's a 2-drop, which is like you can't really play it on 2, but you know, you might be able to play it as like a 4/4 on turn 5. You might be able to play it as like a 6/6 on turn 7, like this guy did. And if you top deck it late game, you can probably make it like at least a 3/3 and maybe a 4/4 on the turn you draw it even. So like it's always gonna be like pretty easy to get decent stats out of it. So it feels like it should be pretty good. It's just not a 2-drop, really.
Illidan versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! This ends now!
Okay, so we probably just keep this entire hand. Having a 1-mana removal, 1-mana deal 3 is pretty nice. Hey Olamon, how you doing? Huh.
Fair and nether.
Sure, we'll get there. Which server? Honestly, I honestly don't really like to answer because like it's just like I feel like if I answer, whenever I answer, I tend to get sniped more immediately. Honestly, there aren't that many people here, so I could probably answer right now, but it's less than normal. I mean, but honestly, like yeah, I keep it a secret. Or I try to more now. Okay. It's really good. Oh yeah, you're good, don't worry. I'm not on you.
Would you help a weary traveler? A diet I inspired.
You got a ping for that 9-1? Got a broom for that 9-1. Cause yeah, like I'm not assuming like the person that asks would be it, but like I also think like, you know, I don't think it would ever be the person that asks. I think it would be someone else that just sees it and thinks like, oh wait a second, gives them an idea, right?
I see his weakness. We're with you.
These new emotes of yours are great. Yeah, I know, right? Yikes. People are telling me that's not a good card. should be fine. The performers should save us.
Fell and nether.
Yeah, so the problem with Biofiend is you get one less slot here. We might just take this. How good is the we can I-beam this, and if we have the extra attack, we can kill the other guy too. That's pretty nice.
You won't get far.
Actually, not even behind. Or at least you get Alzieti. Well, yeah, it's like, I mean, you want to get value out of its ability too at the same time, right? Which a lot of times, like, yeah, you're probably not going to get value out of both. So I get that part of it, but... Unfortunately, we're too far ahead right now. We can't even use the performers. Guess we're just gonna leave this dude alone for now. We're too far ahead. Our swing card isn't swingy enough because we're too far ahead. What a disaster. I wish this was 8 mana. I think this is fine. The execute flies out of his hand, playing way for the Void Hound. I mean, I'm feeling kind of safe at 16. I know he just Reapered us in the face, but you know, kind of okay. But do we assume this is another execute? Well, even if it is, like, he needs a way to proc it, so I don't know. I think we just drop this. Say, surely nothing bad happened. To be fair, like, that was still basically a 1-for-1. So... could have been worse. So how long will it take to see actual win rates by classes? It usually takes a couple days.
Stop my work.
So, like... you can, like, kind of see movement after, like by tomorrow evening, we'll probably be able to see, like, a decent amount of movement, and we'll kind of have some idea. But yeah, it'll take like a day or two. Yeah, you'll have like a pretty good idea, like after like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, we need play minions, please. You play like a 8 health minion. Just play a Proto Drake. You play a Proto Drake. It's like the first time in my life I'm like, could you please play a Proto Drake, sir? This is acceptable. I accept this. I accept this tribute. Wait, I want to test this. I think we have... wait, do we have the freedom? 10. I don't think we do.
Vengeance! Enjoy your final vengeance! Vengeance!
I mean, kind of counting is kind of, yeah, we couldn't waste any damage, unfortunately. I want to test, like, if you trade off the 3-1, if you get, like, the extra 1-1s or not. I wanted to test that. If you traded 3-1, you would have gotten another one? Okay, it does work that way? So it'll try to summon 7? Okay. That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, can I afford to do this? But I think we would have missed lethal if I did that. Because we would have lost, like, 4 damage. It makes sense, I guess. It basically replays the card a second time. I gotta post this on YouTube. I'll at least put up the previous game. I will definitely put the last game up. Or at least, like, the end of that game. Ghoul carried 2 games, I know, right? And if Ghoul carries 3 games in a row, we just put these 3 games up straight up by themselves. Like, yeah, the rest of the run doesn't matter. Just Ghoul, best card in the game. Title, how good is Flesh Eating Ghoul? Oh. Not another Demon Hunter. Not like this.
Ends now. You dare speak to me?
Ghoul, you know we love you, but your time is later, not right now. So, not back of the deck, just go to the middle of the deck. We want you in the middle of the deck. You might want this too. How many 12s today? That depends on how this game goes. This is our first game, so.
So where does the magic come from?
Hey, Sinistar. How are you doing? We have acquired a 3-drop. Sure. The draft you seen streamers draft haven't looked too great. It was weird, like, I felt like the decks early in the run were really, the decks we were facing early were really strong, and it's felt like, almost like they've dropped off. Like, the early decks had like a million, like, we played a mage with 3 flame strikes, we played like another demon hunter who had as much bullshit as we did. Oh yeah, I don't know. It does seem like demon hunter's pretty good right now. First draft's pretty strong, picked rogue. Interesting. We played against a rogue that almost beat us, but then he couldn't remove a 4 or 5. And then we dealt 20 damage to him with a an Antane, so. Because he drew like literally 12 cards and had no initiative in 12 cards apparently. So.
We'll cut right to the chase.
Oh. Why did he bump that? Probably gonna have to play Mage Hunter here. We can actually maybe hit another proc of this.
What's wrong?
Doing it like this.
Lost your wand.
So we play this, you're gonna, I mean, he gets the 3-1 into it. Next turn we have Battle Lord plus either Twin Slice or Hero Power. Looks like Hero Power. taunt is going to be nice here. The Antane into expendable performers combo is kind of gross. It's been pretty consistently gross for us.
You cannot break the
Lost your wand.
We'll see, we're probably, I guess we're gonna drop Antane no matter what, probably. We do have a pretty clean removal with the Twin Slice on that if we want to. But we wouldn't want to do that unless we have something good to play with it. Slightly worried about... Yeah, Cycle would be pretty bad if we just let it happen. We do have another Walker, but that doesn't really solve the Cycle problem. Like if we Twin Slice, double Twin Slice to remove his Yeti, we still have a big problem there. Umberwing makes it an even bigger problem. So I don't know. We probably just go Antane and if you were really, really afraid of Cycle, you would kill this with these two. That just seems like a little too much. We have a lot of damage here, including this. And the performers can kind of respond to a Cycle at least a little bit. He has... The performers clear a Cycle, actually. You don't have anything left? Oh, he screwed it up. Oh no, I guess that was... Oh no, he did it right, I guess, actually. I was thinking he would do it a different way, but that was just wrong. My way was wrong. Do we just drop another Antane now? I think we might. We can performers and kill this.
I grow impatient.
But we can let this guy soften him up.
This'll make the pain go away.
I see.
I can answer that after the run Sandstar.
Your doom has come.
Vengeance! 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 Enjoy your final vengeance! Vengeance!
So there's only one play this turn. We lose to Inner Demon Twin Slice? That's pretty damn unlikely, though. We beat Inner Demon Hero Power.
I will have vengeance.
Oh no. I mean, it shouldn't kill us. Might kill us. If he has another one. Not like this.
How is it even possible?
It's such a scam, dude. Oh my god. Oh, that is a scam. It's a 1 in 8, I guess. Oh. Oh.
how the cookie crumbles. How is it even possible? Something like that. Something like that.